Hello, my friends. Happy hump day. It is 1:04 p.m. in Medellin, Colombia, on planet Earth. I hope everyone is having an amazing day today, and I'm excited to bring you guys another live stream. If I look a little tired, that's because my wife and I just had our first baby, and I have not been getting my 9 hours as usual. But I'm very grateful. Noah Vicente was born on April 17th, about like 1:55 or so p.m. And he is the cutest little baby ever. I'm very excited. I'm very grateful. I'm very happy. And he's very healthy, most importantly. My wife is healthy. She is amazing. And yeah, what a week. Oh my gosh. So that's just a little life update for those of you guys tuning in. I shared a few pictures from the hospital, but yeah, basically took the week off. I really haven't been doing much other than helping my wife and supporting her because having a baby is wild. But anyways, I can go down a rabbit hole on that for sure. And I recorded a video that I'll share soon with my wife, just talking about her experience during the pregnancy, and then we'll also be sharing some information about what it's been like since then. But anyways, very grateful. That being said, today I'm bringing you another awesome case study. This was a super fun one to work on. And so let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Thank you for the congratulations. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let me know where you guys are tuning in from if you're watching the live or the replay. This is going to be going up on Facebook inside our Predictable Growth Academy group. And I'm also going to repost it on YouTube. So that being said, let's dive on in to the case study. All right. So in today's training, I will be sharing how to create and how I created a $10 million sales pipeline in a new market in 26 days with automated outbound. All right. So I helped one of our clients not too long ago create a $10 million sales pipeline in under 4 weeks. And I'm going to take you through every single thing that you know that you need to know in order to do this for yourself. All right. Now let's dive in to, what happened. All right. So this is just a screenshot of just a conversation with my client. This was 4 calls were set up for their steel product on a Tuesday here. So we ended up reaching out to commercial developers and investment groups and getting them a bunch of qualified leads in the US, which was a brand new market for them. This guy was looking at a steel for a $150,000 square foot building. So the product, let me tell you about SteelCon and the product. All right. So here's a snapshot of the case study. All right. So the client was SteelCon, and it was an innovative family-owned engineering firm based in Canada. Their proprietary product is up to 30% lighter weight than traditional steel, which allows for cheaper construction costs for property developers and real estate developers, as well as faster project implementation, while also minimizing the carbon footprint of commercial development projects. All right, so basically, SteelCon had a lightweight steel product, and that was their competitive advantage. All right, so the problem was, despite having this revolutionary product, they were stuck doing business inside their local markets. All right, so if you're listening, let me know if you've ever had that problem, right? Have you ever been struggling to grow beyond your immediate network, right? Maybe you're just, working with people inside of a certain area code, or maybe you're working with people inside a certain group. Maybe you're just working on referrals. That's a problem that a lot of people have. But the good news is that if you're relying on referrals, that's because you have a great product. So SteelCon realized that, and they realized that they needed a more predictable growth engine that allowed them to generate leads and sales opportunities outside of their network. All right, so they hired me, they hired Predictable Growth, and their goal was to create a predictable sales pipeline that allowed them to grow from Canada into the US and into other markets. So what we did was we built out a custom business development campaign. So I wrote some personalized email outreach copy. My team helped me build out a list of all of the potential leads that we wanted to reach out to. And within less than 4 weeks of launching the campaign, we generated a sales pipeline worth well over $10 million by converting 2% of prospects that we reached out to. So in total, I think we reached out to 1,000 or so prospects. Let me show you the results here. All right. So we reached out to 500 prospects. 14% of them were interested, and then 2% became leads. Okay. And now you may be wondering, how does 13 leads equate to $10 million? Well, because of the nature of SteelCon's product, which is a very high ticket solution, which is on the low end, 7 figures, and on the high end, $10 million and above, right? So we got 13 leads for them from legitimate firms that are working on those types of commercial real estate projects, right? And so our open rate was 70%, our reply rate was 14%, our interested rate was 2%. And then that means that everyone that was interested, 30% of everyone that was interested became a qualified lead, right? So it was also very targeted. So we didn't have random people saying, "Hey, I'm interested," and then not being within the same ballpark of being a potential fit for SteelCon. All right, so that was the process, that was kind of like the snapshot. All right, so now I want to dive into the process that we use. All right, now let me know if this is all making sense, and if you have any questions, I'll answer those at the end. All right, so there's 6 steps to business development, at least the process that we implement, okay? And so I'm gonna talk you through each step and provide you with some templates and resources that you can use. I'm actually gonna give you the exact outreach sequence that we used so that you can use it potentially for potential clients and partners of your own firm, all right? So step 1 of the business development process is developing your avatar. So put simply, who do we want to generate business from? That's simple, all right? And so we always start here because it's the most important, because your ability to sell is directly correlated to your ability to provide value to a very specific market and a very specific customer avatar. All right, so this is an overview of the template that we use. It has demographics, it has psychographics, and it allows us to craft a story-driven message that resonates. All right, now I want to highlight the most important 1 or 2 things here. One is the desired outcome. All right, you need to be very specific about the desired outcome that your avatar wants to achieve in their life, and speak to that inside of your campaign. All right. Secondly is the problem that you're solving. Okay. Now, in SteelCon's case, I made it clear what their problem was, right? And the problem that they were solving for their target market was saving money on very expensive construction and commercial real estate projects, right? So those projects, again, are multi-million-dollar projects, multi-year projects. A lot can go wrong. And, a 5% misestimation in a budget is a huge impact, right? And so that's what that was the problem that SteelCon was saving. They were solving the problem of minimizing costs and improving the speed of implementation. All right. And so when you develop your avatar, that's the level of specificity that you want to get to. And then the last thing you want to do is define the demographics, right? Like, what's the title of this customer avatar? Okay. I can zoom in a little bit for you guys here. Right, there we go. All right, that should be better. So what's the title of the avatar? What level seniority are they? Are they owners, CXOs, partners, VPs, directors, managers? How many years experience do they have? What size is their company, market, geo, industry, etc. All right, you can plug all this into LinkedIn Sales Navigator or a similar tool and generate a list, but you have to comb through the list, okay? It's not going to be a perfect fit. And if you don't go through the list and verify the list and manually check, you're going to be sending out emails to the wrong person, and that's going to send a lot of your messages to spam, which is not where you want to end up. All right. So step 1 is avatar. Step 2 is develop your list. All right. So once you have your avatar, you take this data over here, this data, right? And then you plug that into a database tool and filter to generate your list. Okay. And the output is going to be something like this. So we created a high quality pre-vetted list of 500 perfect fit clients or prospects. Okay. That was step 2. Step 3 is we did a little bit of market research, right? Now, we typically do this up front. But what happened here was that SteelCon really didn't have a clear idea of the market that they wanted to target. And so this is why this step came later in the process, right? But anyways, what you want to do next is research the market to identify the opportunity gaps and how your solution is in a complete market of its own. Okay. And now again, for SteelCon, what that was for us was it was a family firm, right? So it was a family firm, meaning that it was a boutique, high quality experience as opposed to one of these massive construction conglomerates, right? So you're working with a family firm. You're saving tons of money because the product is lighter, and the lighter that the product is, the less it weighs and the less you have to purchase. Third, we were saving them time because we were offering a faster solution, right? So that's what we do here in the matrix of the competitive advantage, right? So that was step 3. Step 4 was to then take the research that we did and articulate it into this sort of messaging framework. All right. Now, this is a framework that's adapted based on Donald Miller's story brand framework. I really like his framework. It's also including a little bit of like Russell Brunson's funnel mapping techniques and philosophy with our own twist, which is just getting really clear about who your perfect client is, what their problem is, why are you qualified and trustworthy to solve that problem for them, what is the plan to solve that problem, what is the solution to solve that problem, and what is their failure that they want to avoid, and what is their core desired outcome. All right, so you want to then define those things, and then once you have that, then you can write a very, very targeted email sequence, which I will share with you here. Okay. So an email sequence, right? So we're building on the previous steps of developing an avatar, developing our list, researching the market, articulating our message and positioning, writing copy, and then launching those emails. Okay. And then lastly, once you launch those emails, and this is an example from the campaign. Okay. So you're going to send out emails and you're going to start getting replies if your copy is good, if your targeting is good, if your messaging is good, right? And so this is a real life example that led to over a $3 million opportunity for my client. Okay. So you can see here, this was the reach out. This guy responded and referred over his head of development. And he then shared a specific project. And then we set up the call. And that was that. Right. And then from there, we were able to, the client was then able to issue a proposal and close some business. Right. So this is how it works. Really that simple. Okay. And so let's just recap the process here. All right. So first, developing the avatar. I would also say market research / developing your avatar. Secondly, developing your list. Third, well, we're a little bit out of step here, but you get the picture. The next step is then developing your messaging and your positioning and articulating that so that you can then copyright your outreach sequence and launch your campaign so that you can then lastly respond to leads, follow up, and set appointments. All right. So this was exactly what we did. And in 26 days, we were able, again, to generate 13 qualified opportunities worth over tens of millions of dollars. It may be more. I haven't talked to this individual client in a little while. But last I heard, they were sending out proposals for 3 deals for one of those opportunities that I just walked you through. All right. So it may be more now. All right. This was a little bit over a year ago. Okay. So that being said, that's the process. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to drop a link to this document. This document just overviews the case study. It has a link to the case study. It has a link to some graphics. It has a link to the metrics, and it has the entire copy sequence that we used in this campaign. All right, so we used a 4-step email sequence. We used Lemlist to carry out the campaign and run the automation. So I recommend Lemlist. Lemlist is a great tool. I also use instantly.ai. I have a lifetime deal on that. But Lemlist has never done me wrong. I really do recommend that if you're, just looking to get started and probably not doing too high of a volume, because Lemlist is really not for super, super high volume outreach. It's better suited for personalized, targeted campaigns like this that are, going to result in sales opportunities and result in you landing in the inbox. All right. So that is the walkthrough. All right. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you want more resources like this, go ahead, join the Predictable Growth Academy. All right. If you want to productize and sell your high ticket offer, part of that would be launching outreach like this. Then go ahead and take the 72-hour sales challenge. We're going to host another monthly live challenge next month. We just finished the last one. It went great. People got results on the first day of the challenge. It was fucking awesome. And right now that's $197. If you're inside the community, you can save almost $100 on that and get in for $99. All right. So that's available. And then lastly, if you want one-on-one growth advisory plus a dedicated go-to-market operations management team, what that basically means is myself will be your growth advisor, And I will also bring on my operations manager and our entire team to support you and manage all of your full stack growth. Then you can go ahead and apply and see if you qualify on the accelerator website. That's predictablegrowth.io/accelerator. This link is predictablegrowth.io/72-hour sales. But I will go ahead and drop a link to this document so that you can get access, so that you can review the email sequence and run this inside of your own campaigns. All right. So I hope that was valuable. I hope that was useful for you guys. I will take a few minutes. If any of you guys have questions, if there's anything that I can answer, I'm just dropping the document here. So yeah, that is today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will wait a few minutes here to answer any questions if you guys have them. I just dropped a link to the Google Doc on YouTube. I will also do it on Facebook. And then that should be a wrap for today, my friends. All right. Thank you again for the congratulations. And thank you guys for tuning in today. All right. So it doesn't look like we have any questions or any new questions. So with that being said, that's a wrap for today's episode. Check back in with us next week for next week's episode. All right. Peace and love. Catch you soon.